The Mindful Life Practice.
We are going to, I was inspired this morning by Leslie's class. We did a Hanumanasana themed class today. And Hanumanasana is the splits. Don't worry, I can't do the splits. You don't have to do the splits. But we are going to target and work into the hamstrings and the quads throughout the practice. Okay, so I'm going to use a blanket at one point. If you have a blanket or socks, maybe, you don't need them now, but just place it to the side. And I'm also going to use a yoga strap if you have something to strap around your leg, go ahead. And then let's bring our bodies into a reclined butterfly. So you're on your mat with your soles of feet together. And then you lay your back body down and you can rest your palms maybe on your belly. And then just use this moment to tap into your breath. Tapping into the present moment. Kind of becoming aware of what's going on. Hi, Sunita. I think it's Sunita who just came in. So we're going to be, working through the front and the back leg, working on hamstring flexibility and the hip flexor. Intention behind our practice is just to move and create space and to feel good. Creating space where you were once stuck. See if there's anything else going on with you today, any kind of intention you want to have for your practice. There's no right or wrong. And then from your butterfly, let's just take our palms onto the outsides of the thighs. Curl the knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug and rock from side to side. And then let's take our knees wide, and you're gonna hook your peace fingers around your big toes and then open the feet so that they're almost stepping on the ceiling. And then you can gently rock from side to side. This middle painting, by the way, it has been like progressively falling down every day until it completely fell off the wall. And today I did go home, or not go home, I did go downstairs and buy new adhesive for it because I figure I need to have a nice set if I'm teaching online yoga. And I put the new adhesive on and it fell down again. So maybe it's time for me to get some new decorations. I don't know. I think everything is a sign. There's a reason for everything. Let's take our knees into our chest. And if you have your yoga strap handy, great. If you don't, you can just hook your hands around the back of your right thigh. But I'm gonna use my strap around my right sole of foot and then lengthen the left leg long. So be really gentle. You can have a little micro bend here. You don't need to go super crazy. We will progressively work into this pose and get a little deeper as we go on. Just kind of be curious about how the sensation shifts throughout your practice. Then take one more round of breath. switch both ends of the strap so that it's in your right palm, and you're gonna open your right foot over to the right. So we're coming into a little bit of a wide leg here. Inner groin stretch. And then take your right foot all the way back, switch it into the left palm, and then take the strap all the way across towards the left. So now you're stretching through the IT band, you're getting a stretch through the spine. And then come all the way back through center. And then let's switch the opposite way. So strap is around your left foot, lengthen your right leg long, and take about 5 deep breaths. Maybe noticing how the left side might feel slightly different compared to the right. And then put the strap in the left palm, open your left leg over to the left. And then last one, let's take the leg all the way through center, switch it into the right palm, twist the opposite way. Take the foot all the way back up through center, and then just place your strap to the side. Take your knees into your chest, interlace your palms on the back of the skull. We're gonna curl all the way up, and then just stay here in this little crunch, kind of activating through the abdomen muscles, feeling a little bit of a shake. And then I want you to extend your left leg and tap your right elbow. Right leg is extended, right elbow is tapping left knee, holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch the opposite way, holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more of each. Twist, hold, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch, you got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Coming all the way back up, just bringing the knees into the chest. Hold here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then on 1, you're going to take the palms onto the backs of the thighs, and then just do a nice little rock and roll. Let's rock and roll all the way through a crisscross, and then bring your body all the way into a tabletop. I'm already building heat in the body. I was feeling really cold. Now I'm already feeling warmed up. So once you find yourself in a tabletop, start to move through your cat-cows. Inhaling, belly droops down towards the mat, and then exhaling, curling the spine. And then we're just gonna do one kind of little wrist warm up inspired by Mark's class that I took today. So come back into neutral, leave your left palm where it is. Just take your right palm and flip it face down. Okay, so right fingertips are going back towards your knee. And then let's just stay for 3 breaths. And then switch the opposite way. So taking your left fingertips back. And then flip your left palm back. When you're ready, tucking your toes and lifting all the way up and back and finding your first down dog. kind of walking out, pedaling out the feet in whatever way feels good. And then coming back into a neutral down dog, let's take a breath in, coming all the way forward into a plank, and then exhale, take the body all the way up and back to your down dog. Take 3 more just like this, inhaling, rippling like a wave forward, and then exhaling all the way back to your down dog. 2 more, breath in. And then breath out. And then 1 more breath in. And then 1 more breath out. Inhale, come all the way back into your plank, and let's move through our first little vinyasa flow. So maybe landing the knees just to take it gentle at first, slowly lowering, elbows draw back. Inhaling, lifting your heart. Exhaling, lowering back down. And then shifting through a table all the way up to a down dog. Take your right leg up towards the sky, 3-legged. Let's bend through the right knee and then do some little circles through the hip. And then we're gonna extend the right leg all the way out. Draw your right knee in, take it into a core plank for 3. Knee in the center, 2. And then on 1, I want you to step your right foot wider than the right hand. So both feet are on the inside, both hands are on the inside of the right foot, and then land onto the left knee. Okay, so we're coming into a lizard pose, and you might be up on the hands, or maybe you have space to come down onto the elbows, you choose. And then if you want to take it into a little bit of a quad stretch, you might keep your left elbow or your left hand on the mat and sweep your right arm back. And maybe you can take right fingertips to your left foot. Please be super mindful if you have tight quads. You don't need to try this. You don't need to do it. As long as you're breathing, you're still doing yoga, whatever pose you're in. But if you do have a bit more space in your quads and you want to work into it right now, go ahead. And then let's just release the left foot, land both palms on the mat. Again, tuck your left toes and lift your left knee, and then spiral your right palm up towards the sky. And we're gonna roll into our first Vinyasa-style, our first side plank. So if it's a lot for your wrist, you can also be on the left elbow, that's okay, okay? Let's take a few sweeps, inhaling, arm stays extended. Exhaling, you sweep it under. 3 more, inhale, and then exhale. 2 more. One more. And then inhale the right hand all the way back up, place the right palm back down, move through a vinyasa, and then bring yourself back up to a down dog. Opposite way, left leg lifts. Bend through your left knee, take some circles with the hip. And then extend your left leg all the way back out. Take your knee into your chest. Hold here for 3, for 2. And then on 1, you're gonna step your left foot all the way forward, land onto your right knee, and then maybe you come down onto the elbows. And then if you want, lifting your left arm up, maybe sweeping it back, getting into that quad stretch. Coming all the way back, landing the left palm, plant through both hands now, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, roll onto the other edge of the right foot, take your left foot back, and let's do our sweeps with the arm. Inhaling, And then exhale it under. 3 more, breath in. And then breath out. 2 more. And then 1 more. And then come all the way back. Land your left palm, lift onto the toes, move through a vinyasa. Come all the way back up to a down dog. Let's get some heat building in the body now. We've kind of warmed up a little bit slowly. Bend through the knees, gaze forward, hop or step feet to the front of the mat. Take an inhale to half lift. Take an exhale, fold. Bend through the knees, sit back, lift your arms, find your chair. Let's stay in our chair for 3, for 2, and then for 1, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Make your way back to a plank and move through a vinyasa. In your down dog, take your right leg up towards the sky. Draw the right knee in. Step your right foot between your palms. Let's inhale all the way up into a crescent, and then exhale, open into a warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill palms to the mat, frame the foot. We'll move through 1 more side plank. So take your right arm up towards the sky, outer edge of the left foot. Step your right foot all the way back. Inhale. And then exhale the right palm back down and vinyasa. So same warm-up flow, opposite side. Take your left leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Draw your left knee in, step your left foot between your palms. Inhale up, and then open to a warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, back up. Windmill your palms to the mat, right palm grounds. Take your left palm up towards the sky, side plank. And then flow through a vinyasa. Let's move through that same warm up 1 more time. So bend through your knees, gaze forward, hop or step feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend through the knees, sit back into your chair. And now this time when you arrive in chair, take your palms into your heart center. Inhale, lift at your elbows. Exhale, twist right elbow, left knee. Come all the way back. Twist the opposite way, left elbow, right knee. Come all the way back, inhale, and then exhale, fold. Take your breath in, half lift. As you exhale, land the palms, hop or step back, vinyasa. And then same warm-up flow, opposite side. So right leg lifts. This time, bend through the knee and stack the hips. Evenly pressing through both palms. Come all the way back in through center. Draw your right knee into your chest. Hold here for 3, for 2. And then on 1, step your right foot between your palms. Inhale all the way up. And then exhale, open into warrior 2. This time, let's inhale, reverse the warrior. Let's exhale, come all the way up to our warrior 2. Lengthen through the right leg, and we're just gonna come down into Trikonasana for a moment. So right arm alongside the right leg, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Just take a breath. Bend through the right knee, come all the way back up, and then reverse. Windmill palms to the mat, frame the foot. Lift off of your back heel, same as before. Take your right arm up towards the sky, twist. And then maybe roll onto the outer edge of the foot, step your right foot back, find your Vashisthasana, your strong side plank, and then vinyasa. Okay, 1 more. Left leg lifts. Bend through your left knee, stack your hips. Slowly unwind, draw your left knee in. Step your left foot between your palms. Come all the way up, open into a warrior 2. Yeah, you got it. Nice, beautiful. Inhale, reverse. This time, exhale, come all the way up. Let's lengthen through the left leg.
reach forward, and then land in a Trikonasana just for a couple breaths. Come all the way back. Reverse once again. Lift all the way up and then windmill palms to the mat, frame the foot. Sweep your right arm up towards the sky, roll onto the other edge of the right foot, step your left foot back, find your side plank, and then land your left palm back down, and let's vinyasa. And then find your way all the way up into a down dog, and let's just walk our hands back to our feet for a moment. Okay, wrap your arms around your backs of your legs. And then see if, I'm gonna step forward so you can see me. See if you can thread your right arm forward and then your left arm forward. And so your palms are on your shins and your heart is rolling forward, kind of deeper into this fold. So I have to tell you guys, this is like one of the first intense things I've done in a few days after taking my days off and doing no yoga. But it's funny when you like don't feel like moving intensely and then you do it again after a few days off and it just feels so good. It's like a feeling of coming home. Home to your practice, home to your mat. All right, so we're gonna move through a mandala flow with a couple of changes today. Similar as what we've done in our other vinyasa, a few things different. So release your grip. Take your breath in, half lift. Take your exhale, fold. Make your way to a plank. Move through a vinyasa. Arrive all the way back in your down dog. And then take your right leg up towards the sky. Bend through your right knee, stack the hips. If you want to do your wild thing, make sure you come all the way forward, rippling forward, and then maybe you flip, landing onto your right tippy toes. Yeah, good. Nice, you got it. Come all the way back. Take your right knee into your chest, hold it here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. And then on 1, you're gonna step your right foot forward, land onto your left heel, come all the way up, warrior 2. Lengthen through your right leg, hinge forward, and then take your right arm alongside your right leg. So this is your Trikonasana, we've been here before. Let's stay just for 3 breaths. And then if you would like to shift weight onto your right foot and your right fingertips and come up to your Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon, go ahead. And then bend through your right knee and then step your left foot all the way back. Lengthen through your right leg. You're gonna do a little swivel. So turn your right toes in, turn your left toes out, step your right foot in a tiny bit. So it's on a 45-degree angle now. Your hips are squared towards the back of the mat. And then let's take our palms into our heart center and lengthen through the spine. And then lead with the heart, finding your way into a pyramid pose. And then once you've kind of found your way down, you're gonna release your palms now alongside your left foot. Keep your right fingertips where they are. Take your left arm up towards the sky. So you're coming now into a revolved triangle. And then maybe shifting weight onto your left foot and your right fingertips and lifting your right leg behind you. Okay, staying here for 3, for 2. And on 1, I want you to step your right foot far back, really long back. Land both palms onto that, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle back. And then all of a sudden you're gonna land onto your right knee and you're gonna find yourself in a low lunge. Yeah, cool. Inhale your palms up towards the sky. Exhale, sweep the arms back as you lean the heart forward. So we should be getting into the hip flexor here. Inhale, and then exhale, reach back. And then take one more, inhale. And then this time you're gonna exhale, come forward, land the palms, walk your fingertips back as you lengthen over the left leg and take 5 breaths, inhaling. And then exhale, hinge it forward. 3 more. 2 more. And then 1 more. Walk your palms forward. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Now, take your left arm up towards the sky. We are coming again into the vinyasa-style, the side plank. So you're stepping your left foot all the way back. Cool. You might be all mixed up because it's a mandala flow and it's confusing, but it's okay. You'll find your right direction. It will all make sense soon. Take your left palm back down. Move through your vinyasa flow. And then bring your body back up to your down dog. All right, so that was one side. Let's take the other side. Take your left leg up. Bend through your left knee, stack the hips. Perhaps you ripple the heart forward and flip your dog, landing onto your left toes, lifting your left arm up behind you. Come all the way forward now. Take your left knee into your chest. Hold for 3, for 2, and then for 1, step your left foot between the palms, lift all the way up, land onto the right heel, warrior 2. Lengthen through your left leg, hinge forward, and then take your left arm alongside your left leg. And then maybe you shift weight onto your left foot and your left fingertips. And find yourself floating in this half moon. Take 3, take 2, and then take 1. Let's step all the way back, landing the right toes, turning the left toes in, turning the right toes to face the front of the mat again. Step your left foot in so that it's on that 45-degree angle. Take your palms into your heart center. Breathe in, lengthen. As you exhale, hinge forward. And then once you've found that length through the torso, you can hinge your arms down towards the mat. Let's take 3 breaths in our pyramid. And then start spiraling your right arm up towards the sky. And then start shifting weight onto your right foot, lifting your left leg behind you. Take 3, take 2, and then 1, land your right palm down, step all the way back with the left foot, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle back, make it super long and low. Yeah, you got it, nice. Land onto the left knee. Let's get fluid with our movements. Inhaling, sweeping up, and then exhaling, sweeping back. Taking 3 more just like this. Inhale, and then exhale. 2 more. One more inhale. And then this time, exhale, take it forward, land the palms, walk your fingertips back, and let's get into that deep hamstring stretch, taking 5 breaths, inhaling, and then exhaling. Yay, hamstrings. 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Walk your palms forward. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and now we're coming into side plank on the opposite side. So your left palm is rooted, your right palm is sweeping up, your right foot is stepping all the way back, vinyasa-style. Nice work, guys, you got it. Take 3, take 2, and then on 1, land your right palm, move through a vinyasa flow. And then let's come forward into a little bit of a Buddha squat. Okay, so you can hop or step your feet wider than your hands. Coming to sit low, hands at heart center. And then option here, if you would like to take a crow, you might plant your palms, lift your bottom up, wiggle your feet in, and then just play. Shifting forward, gazing forward, lifting your toes. Take 5 breaths. And then come all the way back, maybe to a down dog. Maybe taking a little Vinyasa Flow. I'm gonna grab a sip of my tea, my lovely tea. All right, we are gonna move through that flow one more time, adding on a tiny bit of fun to it, okay? So, you're back in your down dog where you started. Take your right leg up towards the sky, bend through the right knee, stack the hips. Maybe you come all the way forward, getting low, and then lifting your heart up into that wild thing. Come all the way forward. I see someone is coming in right now. Who is that? Sarah? Maybe she's late. I got her. Come all the way forward. Take your right knee into your chest. Stay for 3, for 2, and then for 1, step your right foot between your palms. Come all the way up. And then land your left heel. Find yourself into a warrior 2. Lengthen through your right leg. Reach forward. Take your right arm alongside your right leg. And then maybe start to shift weight forward. Right fingertips. Land. If you want to come into that quad stretch, kicking your left heel, grabbing hold of that foot, go ahead. It's an option. Not an obligation. You're not obligated to do anything. Release that grip now. I want you to land your left palm. See if you can walk your fingertips back, back, back. Lift your foot higher. 3, 2, and then on 1, take a long step back with your left foot, and then do your spiraling around so that you find yourself in the pyramid pose, facing the back of the mat. So you're gonna step your right foot in. And then reach your arms up towards the sky, reach forward, and then lean your heart down so palms are framing the foot. Getting into that deep quad stretch, and let's do our little twist. So land your right fingertips, lift your left arm up towards the sky, and then maybe shifting weight onto your left foot and your right fingertips, and maybe kicking the right foot towards the bottom, gripping your right foot with your left hand. Now let's release that grip. Land your left palm, land your right palm, walk, 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 standing splits on this side, lift your leg higher. 3, 2, and then 1, take a long, long step back. And then we'll land onto the right knee again and find yourself in this lunge. Okay, inhale the palms up, and then this time I want you to exhale them forward and stay on your fingertips here. Some of you guys aren't facing the computer anymore. You're like, what's going on? Similar thing, we just have our fingertips framing almost near the hips, and this is gonna get you into the hip flexor a little bit. And then we're gonna do the same thing as we did before. We're gonna lengthen out through the front leg and walk the fingertips back, and maybe this time you have a bit more space to kind of walk the heel a little bit further forward, and take 3 breaths, inhaling, and then exhaling. 2 more. 1 more. And then we're going to bend that left knee again, walk yourself back in, and then plant your palms again, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. We're not gonna go straight back anywhere. We're gonna come actually into a pigeon, okay? So you're gonna walk your left shin across the width of the mat and kind of lower your body down. Take an inhale, and then when you exhale, come forward. I know this is unusual. I never put a pigeon in the middle of a flow. I don't normally do it. But for our peak pose, which is Hanumanasana, we want super open hips and hamstrings. And so it felt like a good time. Take 3 breaths. I'm not going to make you stay here forever. 2. And then 1. And then just come onto your palms again. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and we'll just step back to a normal plank. Let's stay in our plank for 8, just for fun. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then on 1, either moving through a vinyasa or just coming straight up to your down dog. And we're gonna take that flow one more time on the opposite side. Okay, last time. Left leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Bend through your left knee, stack the hips, and maybe you ripple forward, 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 rolling onto the outer edge of the right foot, lifting your heart, finding your wild thing, and then come forward, take the knee into the chest. 3, 2, on 1, step your left foot between the palms, lift all the way up and open into your warrior 2. And then lengthen through your left leg. Walk your right foot in a tiny bit. Hinge forward. Left arm alongside your left leg. And then start to shift weight onto your left foot and left fingertips. And lift your right heel, and maybe you can kick it towards the bottom, getting into your quad. Slowly release that. Land your right palm, walk your fingertips back, lift your right leg. 3, standing splits. 2, you got this. 1, step all the way back. And let's windmill all the way around, coming all the way up and over. Turn your right toe to the front of the mat. Step your left foot in. Inhale your arms up towards the sky. And then hinge your way forward. And then let your arms dangle. To tell you guys something, actually, my favorite yoga teacher ever from back in the day, sorry, I just saw my phone light up. I shouldn't be looking at my phone. Anyway, she inspired me to do all these mandala flows, and she is going to be coming and joining the Mindful Life practice, which is really cool. Not this weekend, but next weekend. Her name is Brendine. Anyway, your left fingertips are going to stay. Your right arm's up towards the sky. She's teaching a gentle flow, so there might not be all these mandalas. The mandalas are like the circular journeys around the mat. But it's always been my favorite type of flow because it just feels like a journey. And then if you want to shift weight onto your left foot and your right foot, go ahead. And maybe you kick the heel towards the bottom, gripping your right palm to your left foot. Stay for 3, for 2, and then for 1, release. Land your right palm. You're gonna walk your fingertips back, and lift your left foot high. 3, 2, and then for 1, step your left foot all the way back, and then we're gonna land onto the left heel. So we're all the way back in this low lunge. Yeah, you got it. Inhale your palms up towards the sky. Exhale them down now, and this time you're gonna land on those cupcake fingertips. I'm gonna tell you about that, cupcake fingertips. It seems to be a thing that people say in yoga. The idea is like imagining you have cupcakes underneath your hands and you don't wanna squish them. I don't really get it, but anyway, it's apparently a thing. And now switch the cupcakes, land the palms flat down. Walk your fingertips back, and then maybe you slide the heel forward. Taking a few deep breaths, getting into this hamstring stretch. And then walk your palms forward again, take the heel back in. Let's tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. And then just lift your foot up and shimmy it across the width of the mat. We're coming into that pigeon. Yeah, you got it. So taking a breath in, lining up your body, and then exhaling it forward. All right, so we've been working on the hip flexors. We've been working on the hamstrings. We're just gonna play with Hanumanasana. We're just gonna play with it. I can't do it, so don't feel intimidated by Hanumanasana. And if you don't know what Hanumanasana is, then it'll be a surprise. Let's land onto the palms. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then just step all the way back to down dog. And if you want to take a vinyasa, go ahead. And then just take a moment. We're going to land onto the knees. And we're going to take a pose called Virasana, seated heroes pose. I never teach this pose. So these are your two options. You can just come onto the heels, or you might take your Virasana, and how you're going to do that is your knees are together here. You take your heels wide. You kind of spin your calves out, and then you can sit your bottom between your heels. Okay, this can be really intense on your knees. It's not for everyone. So if it does not work for your knees, just come to sit right here, okay? Just normal on your heels, it's all good. But this is just one pose that can get into your, whatever these things are called, front of your legs. And while you're sitting there, I'm just gonna show you what we're gonna do next, okay? So your first option is, you can just come into this hamstring opening that we did earlier. It's totally cool if this is where you're at, okay? I have my blanket here because this is one strategy I use to play with Hanumanasana, which I have not in ages, so I probably will be very tight. But what the blanket does for me is it just adds some sliding against the floor. So you step your right foot forward, and then you can kind of slowly send the heel forward. Okay? So this is totally just an option. If you don't think it's the right thing for your hamstring, then don't do it. Okay, so when you're ready, coming all the way back up, and we'll just come back onto the knees. And so maybe just stepping the right foot forward, and then kind of getting into this fold here. Or putting the blanket, the heel on the blanket, and then just getting into that slide. So something we talked about this morning in Leslie's yin class, it was themed on Hanumanasana. And Yasser asked, he was like, can you do Hanumanasana in one yoga class? The answer is definitely no. Right? Like anything, it requires a lot of practice. You can't just do it after 1 hour. And I think one of the most important lessons we learn from a pose like this is how important it is to be committed to your practice and to be patient in your practice. Right? In 2020, we kind of live in like this instant gratification world. We have TV on demand. You can order food and it will be ready 30 minutes. Get things instantly. But our bodies haven't evolved like that. Right? They require time. They require kindness, encouragement. Take one more breath on this side. Maybe you can slide a little bit further forward. That's all, folks. And then just slide that heel all the way forward. Step your right foot back. And then maybe just sit on the heels for a moment and scan both sides. And then let's take the opposite side. Okay, so when you're ready, leaving the right knee where it is, taking a big step forward with the left foot, and then if it's on the blanket, maybe letting the blanket gently slide. So our bodies require patience. Patience and practice. And I think something also that we should acknowledge is like Hanumanasana, the splits, it requires an extreme range of motion. Right? I've been doing yoga for 10 years and this is the best I can do. So just go easy on yourself. Know that what's right for one person's body might not be right for yours, and be okay with that. Let's take one more round of breath. And then just slowly come all the way up. Stepping your left foot all the way back. If you have the mat rolled up, just let it unravel. Let's slide our feet to the side and just sit for a moment. Letting that pose kind of sink in. So let's counter that with a heart opener. So option one, I'm gonna lead you through a bridge. If you want to come into your full wheel, go ahead. And if you're with me in bridge, we're just gonna press through the feet, press through the palms, lift your hips up, maybe roll the shoulder blades under, interlacing the palms, lifting the hips. And then release that grip. Slowly lower each and every vertebrae one at a time down on your mat. Let's lift the legs up towards the sky. If you want to stay here in this waterfall, go ahead. And if you want to take a shoulder stand, we're going to lift our bottom up, walk our palms down the back, lifting the legs up towards the sky. Taking one more round of breath. And then slowly lower all the way down. Taking your hands underneath your bottom, lengthen your legs out. And we're gonna lift our heart up, pressing into the elbows, and then just lay the crown of the head back down. Lift your head all the way up, tuck the chin. Just gently lay the back body flat on the mat. Bend through the knees. Lift your bottom up. We're gonna open our arms into cactus arms, drawing your knees in towards the chest, and then taking the knees over to the left. Open your left arm and then take your knees over to the right. Taking your twist on that side.
Come all the way back up through center. Give your body a tight little squeeze, last little hug. If there are any last poses that would seal your practice well, feel free to take them now. I'm just gonna come all the way forward to a seated meditation to tell you guys my cat is sleeping on my meditation cushion. Okay, it's a big cushion, we can share it. So bring your body into a shape that is restful for you. I'll just move this cushion to the side. It's okay, you can stay there. I'm gonna sit on my heels. I want to share with you guys a meditation that I came across the other day. And I just really like the visualization in it. So as you inhale, let your stomach and your diaphragm extend. As you exhale, let your diaphragm gently contract. On your inhale, your diaphragm extends, big balloon is opening up. And then on the exhale, it contracts. And then just continue this cycle of breath. Extending on the inhale, contracting on the exhale. Calling on the guidance of truth and compassion to enter this space now. Letting love come in and guide us. Waking us up to our highest truth and our highest potential. Seeing if we can clear this space and invite in a guide, whatever you believe in. And if you don't believe in, or you're not sure what you believe in, just imagine a vacuum over your head. This beautiful dust buster or this inner guide is above your head, turning on this dust buster, and it presses on the power button. Suctioning up all that you have been holding, clearing you from your toes to your calves, to your shins, to your knees, to your thighs, to your pelvis, to your stomach, to your chest, to your arms, to your fingertips, all the way up to your throat. Your face and your crown releasing you.
On your inhale, just breathe all that crazy, crazy muck up. On the exhale, let it loose. It's just going out through your crown. It's being released now. It's about to be 8:30 p.m. by the way. If you have to go, feel free to go. But if you can stay with us, we're going to continue. Letting all of this stuff that's going out through your crown be recycled, transformed, and transmuted. It's being cleared. Take another deep breath in, pull it all the way up from your toes, all the way to your crown. And on your exhale, let it loose. Feeling that transformation, feeling that lifting. Let's do it again because we need it. Picking up from the toes all the way up, up, up. Breathing it in, and on the exhale, letting it loose. This vacuum, it's continuing to cycle. Clearing you, clearing you, clearing you. Lifting off of all the tension, all the stress, all the chaos, all the gossip, all the fear. All of the resistance to love. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. An Archangel Michael or your guide turns off the vacuum. He floats away. We say thank you. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for protecting us. Thank you for holding us. Thank you for being there to clear us when we're in doubt, when we feel disconnected. Give your fingers and your toes a little wiggle. Run a nice long stretch, fingers all the way through toe. Take your knees into your chest, give yourself a hug. And then just slowly make your way up to a seated shape. Lengthening up through the spine. Hands at heart center. Softening your shoulders, balancing your head on both shoulders. Taking one more deep breath in. Exhaling it all out. And if you want to join me for an Om sound, we will inhale and then exhale. And then inhale through to make the Om. Just taking a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And then a deep breath in. Thank you for joining me tonight, for being open to the adventure and the journey. May all beings be happy and be healthy and free. And may the thoughts and actions of each of our lives contribute towards this. Om Shanti Shanti, peace, namaste.
The Mindful Life Practice.